Hey, this is Max with the Guitar Center. We're here at the Yamaha booth at Winter NAMM 2026, and we are here with our friend Chris Buck, checking out his all-new signature Yamaha Revstar. Chris, how are you doing, man?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm a man that's just been given a signature guitar, so I'm a very happy boy at present. So
Kind of the dream for most of us.
yeah, it's surreal, honestly, as much as anything. It's I guess inevitably when I've known this is going to happen for quite a while now, so you're kind of working towards it, checking all these boxes and making sure everything's in line, ready for the big launch. It kind of becomes a little bit of a formality, or it's just this thing that is happening. But then there's just been a couple of moments of speaking to people recently where it kind of brings home the gravity of, oh, it's a signature model, and it's a Yamaha signature model. It's just a ubiquitous, iconic brand that everyone knows. So yeah, I've had my kind of skin pinched a couple of times over the past couple of days as to the kind of surrealness of it. So very cool.
Nice. So take us back a little bit. How did this conversation start? How did it develop? How did the guitar come to be what it is?
Yeah, so I started playing the Revstar in about 2016, which I think was about a year after they were introduced. Fast forward a couple of years then, Yamaha very kindly said, can we make you something a little bit more bespoke? So they made me a custom shop model back in, I picked it up at NAMM 2020 actually, and just played that guitar to death. That's the one on the wall behind you there on the picture, the 8-foot terrifying version of me. I played that guitar for about 6 years, I guess, pretty much religiously, and just, for better or for worse, have become associated with it, and then that, very generously from Yamaha's perspective, culminated in a signature model. So it's been a while coming, I guess. There's been a lot of people kind of crying out for it over the past couple of years, which is very cool. But yeah, it's just been a gradual evolution. And for my money, that's any signature guitars I've ever loved or admired in any way. It's guitarists that have developed a natural interaction or kind of relationship with that guitar. It doesn't seem like it's come out of been plucked out of the ether. It just feels like it's been coming for a while. So very cool.
So tell us about some of the features that you're like, gotta have this. This has got to be on the signature. How I obviously it reflects what you need as a guitarist, but if you could kind of just contextualize us, for us how that came to be.
Absolutely. So just to kind of give you a very quick rundown, wrapover tailpiece, which is a little bit of a rarity in this day and age, something that's not on any of the Revstar line at the moment. Custom voice P90s. We put an incredible amount of effort into the pickups, myriad prototypes, designs, specs, tweaks, magnet choices. A lot of effort went into those, and I'm incredibly pleased with the way that they turned out. Kind of simplified electronics, if anything. We've got a master volume and a master tone. 3-way switch as opposed to a 5-way on typical Revstar. Moving on to the more kind of aesthetic stuff then. Clues on tuners, my inlays, which are from my custom shop, which were taken from an old 720B model for Revstar from back in 2016. Oh, carbon fiber reinforced neck as well. Just mention that. It's just one of those, ergonomically very simple, very efficient guitars, which is something which appeals to the ergonomically efficient man in myself, maybe somewhere. But yeah, just there's no bells, no whistles, no distractions. It's just a tool of the trade to make music and not be distracted by anything.
So as you were developing the pickups, you said that was quite I don't want to say arduous, that's got a negative connotation, but what was the run through that you were like, yeah, it needs this, yeah, it needs that? What was your testing process?
I'm sure Yamaha would agree with it being arduous. Yamaha sent me a load of different prototypes all in one go. A couple of different designs, and my soldering ability is negligible to say the least. So I took it down to a good friend of mine, Hugh Price, who's a luthier friend of mine. So we spent a day going in and out with different pickups, recording them as well, crucially, because my ability to retain audio information is diabolical. Went back, listened to them, picked the set that we thought kind of best represented where I thought they should be, and then sent a load of spec changes back. Hugh started deconstructing the pickups, saying I'm pretty sure from the kind of Gauss reading that they're using this magnet. I think that we would probably benefit from this magnet in that case, and maybe the kind of slightly different winding, So it was a constant kind of back and forth over the space of about a year, I guess, maybe. Before I finally got a set that were like, yep, they are the ones.
So is it a kind of a combination of a little bit of technical talk, a little bit of just tone talk? And
yeah,
I mean, understand what that means.
I was very much the tone talk. Hugh, mercifully, was the technical talk, because I have no idea what I'm on about. It sort of descends very quickly into superlatives and vague sort of wishy-washy nonsense when I'm trying to describe what I want. So yeah, it was good to have someone on hand who understands all of this stuff and could translate what I was trying to say ultimately. Yeah.
Do you have any, like, whether you're walking to a guitar store, whether you're trying out a guitar in your space, your friends, do you have any like go-to riffs or songs that like really put the guitar to the test? I know some people that just give me an open G chord, let it ring out. Right?
Exactly that, funnily enough, an open G chord. The moment you feel a guitar resonate or not in your lap is the moment that it kind of lives or dies for me, and that's such a great barometer of the quality of a guitar. I know there are people that would, die on the hill of saying that a guitar's resonance doesn't really affect its electric tone. For me, it fundamentally does, and it's just an amalgamation. Every part of the guitar has a huge impact on its on its overall tone, whether that's unplugged or whether that's electric. So yeah, sit down, strum a G chord. If it resonates, if it feels like it's alive and it's exciting and it wants to be played, you're probably onto a winner.
Nice. Okay. So if you could bring us back a little bit, show us how you tested. How do you put it, through the ringer, so to speak?
Well, it's a big old G chord first and foremost. Something like that. If it rings, that's such a great, indicator of a guitar that just kind of is going to be inspiring and feels like it wants to be played. You don't feel like you're fighting a boat anchor or a dead weight. So,
yeah, I hear what you mean about the resonance there in the G chord. Definitely, it tells you a lot of what you need to know. It's very harmonically complex.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Yeah. Do you mind running through a few more of your favorite positions?
Absolutely. Going over to the middle. Something like that.
Nice. All right. Before I let you go, what's going on for you? Just outside of your guitar, what's going on musically for you in the near future?
So we just wrapped our kind of first North American tour, which was an amazing experience. Started in New York and finished in San Francisco about a month later, and felt like we played every state in between. So yeah, it's been a pretty busy year actually. 2025, we released a new record, or then a new record. UK tour, European tour. We get home now from NAMM. We're back out on another European run. But to be honest, this year is, I guess, a bit of a fallow year. We're going to be spending it writing and recording principally. And then with a view to 2027 being very busy, another record, another kind of big North American tour. Dip our toe undoubtedly more into Canada this time, because we did one show in Toronto, which I don't think quite, justifies it being called a North American tour. So yeah, busy 2027 is the plan.
All right. Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. The guitar sounds great.
Thank you.
All right. So if you want to learn more about Chris's new signature Revstar, you can head over to guitarcenter.com. And for all the latest new from NAMM, stay tuned to our YouTube channel.